I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
1. You don't wear pants or shorts. 2. Your vagina or ass has to breathe. 3. Underwear doesn't serve other purposes.
Thank you for your comments, ma'am.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door.
Maybe the fact that God created us needing oxygen is the problem, if God does exist. Why do you credit God for giving us a breathing system instead of faulting Him for creating us needing to breathe? Also, the purpose of wearing a mask is to protect others. Something else you don't fault God for: vulnerability.
You're all turning your backs on it.
In the beginning, God formed man out of the earth and breathed his breath in him, and he became a living soul.
A few problems there. 1. I didn't ask God to do that. 2. I didn't ask to exist myself. And 3. It's too bad that the omnipotence that God is didn't create a flawless form of life. It doesn't matter that I never asked. Why not? You people are angrily speaking out against these masks, while nobody would ever need to worry about any kind of illness if God was a good creator.
Where do you derive the authority to regulate human breathing?
Who is trying to regulate human breathing? How is this a matter of authority? I would say this is a matter of free will, but to not wear a mask is to endanger other people. Where's the morality in speaking out against these masks? Are you God? No? Then why are you there, speaking on God's behalf, when we all do have free will? If you don't want to wear a mask, stay on your own property and have somebody do your errands for you. Don't want to do that? Starve to death then. Even if God does exist, you are wrong to support this being.
What you say is the political dogma that they're trying to shove down our throats on every commercial and every store, and it's disgusting.
Every single
I don't know what she's talking about there, so I'll just skip that part. I wanted the full video, but I guess nobody recorded this shit in its entirety.
humanity.
Let me ask you all, do you believe you're God? Do you believe you can override God's divine plan for our lives? You're removing our freedoms and stomping on our constitutional rights by these communist dictatorship orders or laws you want to mandate.
1. Why do you approve of God's plan? 2. If you aren't God either, who the fuck are you to say anything either? You are protesting against these masks, but you don't seem to have a problem with the virus, which means you're a psycho. How is wearing a mask in violation of anything? Do you not want to protect other people while also help clear this deadly pandemic? I hate to tell you, but the Constitution and economy are both on hold right now because this pandemic is a deadly force. This virus overrides both God and the Constitution. If this virus causes human extinction, there is no need for either God, the Constitution, or the economy.
Much of our communication is nonverbal, which includes facial expressions, gestures displayed, and the physical distance between the communicators. How will young children be able to know who the dangerous deviants are, like pedophiles and people in the human sex trafficking?
Since when were kids experts on such people? If adults were experts on such people, they could capture them immediately upon detection. This has to be the stupidest fucking straw man I've ever heard.
You did not listen to we the people. I would die for that country. I would die for the Constitution. And you know what? You disgrace me. You know why? You did not listen to we the people. You made your decision.
These people you're yelling at and preaching about you being we the people are also the people. If you're against wearing a mask to protect the other we the people, you the people are against those we the people. As I said to the lady, we the people need to put the Constitution aside until this pandemic clears. Don't like that idea? Maybe you should be quarantined for insanity. Did the country or the Constitution ever ask you to die for it? Even if either did, why would you want to die for either? More importantly, why would you tell anybody else to also? Who are you to even tell anybody to?
I haven't worn a mask yet. I'm not wearing it today. Besides, despite what you guys do up here today, I'm not wearing one tomorrow. I was born free. I will stay free. My rights come from God, not from you. I'm not wearing it. You're going to have to hold me down.
What do you mean you were born free? Define free. So, you're more concerned about the rights you believe God gave you, but not at all concerned about the virus? Wouldn't you say God created the virus? If not, where did the virus come from, and why hasn't God done anything about it? It's our fault? What does God need help for then? You also don't seem to understand, as you say you haven't worn a mask yet, that you were born free, and also argue that God gave you rights, that this is about everybody. To not wear a mask is to say, fuck you, to everybody in public. You may have gotten lucky after all this time, although I don't know anything about your daily life, but I won't sympathize for you if you do end up getting infected.
Put it on me.
We are a nation of shared values of freedom, liberty, equality. We are home of the free, land of the brave. This is America, as someone else spoke. This is not Cuba. We are not in a communist nation.
Tell it to COVID-19, lady. What does either Cuba or communism have to do with wearing a mask to protect other people in public?
I say Trump 2020, and I hope every one of you gets voted out who votes for a mask here today. Shame on you for voting for a mask.
Thank you, ma'am. Your time has expired.
I also heard you say this is a democracy, and I'm sick and tired of hearing you say that. It's a republic.
Shame on you for not caring about the health and safety of other people. You are tired of hearing about America being a democracy. Some of us are tired of hearing about God. You don't care? We don't give a fuck about your ignorant bullshit. If you don't want to wear a mask, go form an anti-people republic elsewhere on the planet, you miserable, delusional sociopath.